Hello and welcome back to my embarrassment for your entertainment. We've got a good one today, boys and girls. And this one takes us all the way back to 2017. Okay, so this is the story of my loft being broken into for the first time. So, it's only happened twice, but pretty much I have this place fucking rigged up now. Cameras, locks, everything. I wrote down a few pointers so that I don't miss anything. This was a long time ago, so I did have to search deep for videos and text messages and everything. So let's begin. On June 11th, 2017, I decided to go to a party just up the road, about 10 minutes from my house. And it was great. Had a great time. Left my house, left the loft. Everything was fine. And I'm at this party. I think I got home around like 4 or 5 a.m. And so 2017, so I was 16. My two friends, okay, we're gonna call them Mike and Josh. Mike is the one who is messaging me, and Josh is the one who does what you'll find out. It's pretty fucking disgusting. I'm at this party having a great time, and Mike texted me. Him and Josh just walked all the way from South Buxton. I don't even know how fucking far that is. I'm not even sure where that is. And they needed a drink so bad. And they said this at 10:09 p.m. that they were so stressed out, they just walked so far, we're coming by, we're hang out with us, we're coming for a drink. And I'm like, no, I'm out right now, sorry. So I go on with my night, and I have a great time, a little bit too much fun, if you know what I mean. I come home, and I have a video of me in the mirror of my loft, and like you can see, like the loft is a mess, always is. So in this video, which I'll try to insert, lights, the camera, so I'm like in the mirror, you can see that like loft's fine, right? And obviously I would have noticed if it was fucked up. I can't see the exact time on it, but I'm pretty sure it was like 4 or 5 a.m. And whatever, we leave my loft, we go to my room, we go to bed. The next day, I remember it this way, but like I honestly don't really remember him being there either. A friend of my ex-boyfriend slept over with us. Like I'm 95% sure. I couldn't find any proof that he was actually there, but like this is how I remember it going down. So he needed to come get something from the loft of his like alcohol or weed or like something like that. He comes back downstairs and says, "You're not gonna believe this, but your loft is completely trashed." And I was like, what? So I fucking book it up here to my loft, trashed. And I'm not kidding when I say trashed. Everything was fucked up. They even took, so I used to do like stick and poke tattoos, which like those are them, to like my friends and shit like that. And they took like the little thing of ink and just like splattered it everywhere. Literally it's all over the side of my mini fridge still to this day. And like just a mess. All the drawers were open. Like back then it was my makeup room, art room, smoke, toke room, party room, whatever. And oh my god, it was such a mess. Like, that's gone. My life. You're gonna see a glass broken table, and that was actually me. When I came up here and started freaking the fuck out, I put my fucking hand through a glass table, which just made it worse. Even more of a mess, but whatever. And like I said, that ink and shit was like all over my carpet. Everything was all over the carpet. Like it was just, It was disgusting. Like, they took all my paint, sprayed it everywhere. It was awful. So immediately I knew who did it. Obviously, like, they were the ones who were, we need to come over, we're stressing, we need to come over, like, they were probably all fucked up on something. So right away I texted my 5 boyfriends, and they all knew, and I said, I know it's Mike and Josh who did it. And I texted them. Everybody all my 5 boyfriends texted them, and I'll threaten them and whatnot. So Mike admitted to it right away, and like said he was sorry and we could meet up, but I had to be alone. And I said, I know every single thing you took from my loft, and I expect it all to be there. So we agreed to meet at my elementary school. So then one of my 5 boyfriends was like, I was like, I'm not going alone, This was actually my ex-boyfriend who was still like so obsessed with me. So then, like, you know, I always knew if I needed him, he was there. So I text him and I'm like, they think I'm coming alone, but like, please come with me, like, drop me off down the road and like stay there, and I think I left him on the, no, I have all of it recorded, and maybe I'll insert a little clip, but like, oh, God, I hate listening to it. I listened to it a few months ago and it was just awful. And anyway, so this guy, my ex-boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, picks me up in his favorite truck. He just got this thing when we were dating. Loved this truck. This is so much of it like a side note, but it also adds so much to the story. So it was like a 1980s Chevy. Like, he loved that thing. Still has it. So he picks me up and we start driving, and we're like down one of the roads behind my house, and I don't even remember how the fuck this happened, but for some reason I either like got in and out of the truck on the side of the road, or the door wasn't closed. But it's an old truck, right? So he'd be like, you gotta give it a good slam. I gave it a good slam, and the whole window shattered. All over me. All over his truck. His freaking baby that he just got. Like, oh my God. I have never felt so bad. And mind you, I broke his heart too. So like, he's probably like, you purposely did that. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, oh my God. Like, I get it if you don't want to help me anymore. Like, holy fuck. And he was like, no, it's okay, like, obviously, because he was obsessed with me, and got off lucky with that one. I didn't have to replace the window or anything. And so we had to pull over, or I guess we were already pulled over. Like, I literally have no clue why I opened this door. Like, we must have been already pulled over, I don't know. And clean it out, and I was covered in glass shards. I had like little cuts all over me. And so then we're like, well, we still got to do this thing. We were meeting up for 7:30. So he drops me off down the road, and I was supposed to text him or something if something went wrong or something. I recorded the whole conversation with them, and I pretty much walked up. They were sitting on the picnic bench, and they had so many more things that I didn't even notice got stolen. My bicycle, my tapestry, like so many things that I was like, I didn't even fucking notice that. Okay, I did miss out one thing, left out one thing. When we were driving towards the school to where I was gonna go meet up, there was glass all over the road. You could clearly see which way they took from my house to get back to Mike's place. Because all 12 of my bongs were shattered on the frickin' road. Which is like, first of all, what the fuck? All these people's cars' tires are gonna get fucked, and what the fuck? That's my shit! Oh my God. And like, back then, I loved my bong collection. Like, I just constantly collected them. Like, I love them. I ended up getting rid of all my bong collection. I had a bong graveyard for like 2 years, and they were all broken bongs, but I just loved them so much that I couldn't get rid of them, but then I finally did. It's okay, guys. I'm a hoarder, I know. And anyway, so once I get up there, like, I'm just fucking screaming, right? Like, I'm livid. And they are, like, saying, you've hurt us in so many ways, and, like, this and that. And I'm like, how? Like, okay, little reverse. Mike, obsessed with me, always has been, always been in love with me, still to this day obsessed with me, on and off drug addict, in and out of rehab, doesn't have his life together, nothing, obsessed with me, still to this day. And he's saying, well, like, you just play me, you just hurt me, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, we were best friends. Sure, maybe he got the wrong impression because I would always tell him I loved him and shit. And boy, did I love boys' attention back then. And like I said, my 5 boyfriends, like, I just had I always had them going, right? And so I get it, but I did always make sure he knew that we weren't going to be more than just friends, because I was literally dating and getting with all his friends. So I get that he says that I hurt him a lot, but I was also young and stupid. And Josh, we dated a little bit, and like, before all this, and he was a couple years older than me, and I don't know, he's really fucked up too. His whole family's fucked up, and he was obsessed with me too. So I guess they both were kind of just like, we love her and she doesn't love us, and we're gonna fuck up her shit and fuck up everything. I started bawling my eyes out just out of pure anger. I really milked it, like, making them feel awful, because they should. Yeah, so they have a bunch of stuff I didn't even know that was fucking taken. All my bongs were smashed, stole all my weed, all my booze. Like, I definitely never got reimbursed for what they took, but I did make them come back here and clean it up with me. And here's the fucking crazy part. Are you ready for this? When we came back here, first of all, my grandma's sitting back there like, fuck you, fuck you. Like, she knew what was going on. I brought those little shit stains back to my place, and I was like, you're going to clean every fucking inch of this, and you're gonna throw out my carpet, you're gonna clean everything. So as we start, like, cleaning, Josh is, like, laughing, and there was a hat on the ground, like, right there. It was like a hat that you get out of, like, a beer box or whatever. And I'm like, what? And he's still laughing. And I'm like, what? So I pick up the hat. Y'all want to know what's under the fucking hat? Josh decided to take a shit. Take a shit. Josh decided to take a shit on my floor. And then put a hat on top of it as, like, a nice little fucking surprise. And I didn't even notice that when I first came into the loft when it was trash, because obviously everything was everywhere. I didn't think to look under a fucking hat. I honestly don't even remember it smelling. I don't know. But they definitely pissed all over everything too, because I have, like, a board game thingy, and one of the board game compartment little drawer things where you keep all the stuff, the die and everything, was full of liquid, and I'm pretty fucking sure it was pee. But yeah, so I had Josh, because I knew he was the one that took the shit. Like, they were laughing their asses off, and oh my god, fuck, did I just... I had him pick the shit up with his hands and throw it over the neighbor's fence. Okay, P.S. I hated these neighbors. They were fucking bitches, and they had a dog, so, like, they wouldn't even notice. But, yep, with his hands. I don't even remember if I gave him, like, a paper towel to clean his hands off. Like, I don't know if that was the end of their clean. Like, I literally don't know what happened. I just know he was like, can I, like, have a tissue? And I'm like, no. Can I have my loft back in 12 bongs? Like, no. Mind you, these guys were fucking broke and drug addicts and alcoholics, so, like, I knew I wasn't gonna see a penny, but at least the fact that, like, every single person in town was blowing up their phones, losing their shit, because like this is the community loft. Like I would let anybody come, like we'd party, we'd have fun. This is a hangout spot. I am such like a giving person. Like you come here, you don't have a bowl, I'll give you a bowl. You don't have booze, check in the mini fridge. Like, you know, so like everyone was, all 5 of my boyfriends and the rest of my town was losing it on these guys because like what the fuck? I couldn't call the cops because obvious reasons. My parents were kind of just like, sucks to suck, like shouldn't be smoking weed and doing shit up there anyway at this age. So it was really just up to me. So I was really thankful that I did have my ex-boyfriend who cared enough to take me there and make sure I was good. And Mike is still petrified of me to this day. I saw him at a house party 2 years ago, and like I missed him. Of course I missed him. Like we were best friends before this, and like I said, I loved him in a way. And so I like when I was going up, I was going down the stairs, he was right at the bottom of the stairs, and his face was like I was known to be like a little over the top, always wanted to make, you know, put people in their fucking place, and I was just happy to see him. And like and I said to him like, look dude, you're fucked in the head, I get it, you done some fucked up shit, you're trying to better yourself, I forgive you. I try really hard to forgive people because there's been so many times where I haven't gotten a second chance that I really would have appreciated if I had gotten one. And so, you know, I'm over it. To this day, we see each other in town and he won't look at me. He's petrified of me. He sends me messages that are crazy long, crying about all the shit he did to me and how he's so sorry. Just talks about shit that happened back in 2016 and 17. And he'll send me like songs off YouTube that are all about like apologizing to the people he loves for what he's done and for his addiction and everything. So if you do see this, I don't hate you. You know I forgive you. I forgive as much as I can. It won't be forgotten. You will never be trusted. But as far as it goes, if you need a place to go, the Loft is that spot. And for Josh, you are way more ruthless than Mike, and I don't think you were ever truly sorry. What you did to me, you wanted to do, and I'm pretty sure you don't have remorse for it. Can't believe you took a fucking whiskey shit on my floor. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this little story time. I know, a series of unfortunate events. I have Loft Broken Into Part 2 coming out soon, which actually just happened in 2019, right at the end of the year. So it's still fresh in my mind. And I haven't recorded this video yet because I do respect the person who broke into my loft, and I wanted to push it off to make this video, but now he's literally gone MIA. So I don't feel as bad if I see him around town with this video out there, so I will be posting it very soon. I might just film it now while I'm sitting here. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in to my embarrassment for your entertainment. I'll be coming out with more story time soon. And yeah, you guys are the fucking bomb. All 68 of you. I don't know. I like doing this YouTube shit. I like talking about it. I find if you don't talk and you don't let it out, it'll always be bundled in. So leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe. Turn the bell notification on so you can get a notification whenever I post, which is fucking rare. So guys, I love you. You the fucking bomb.